9 proven ways to flatten your stomach. Hey there! I understand you've been working out a lot. What is your objective? Most people train out with at least one specific part of their body in mind to improve. What about the tummy? Everyone seems to be working on it these days. Let us discuss it. Here are 9 ways to get a flat stomach in under a month. Do we consume a lot of water? What difference does bettering my posture make? I've heard of planking, but is it an exercise move? We're discussing all of this and more. Planking. Planking was a popular trend in the early 2010s. Fortunately, you can practice this exercise in your living room rather than on train tracks. Planking is a core muscle strengthening exercise. It's done by lying flat on your stomach and holding yourself up in the plank position with your elbows. You must then hold this position for as long as you physically can. While this activity works your arms, biceps, back, and thighs, it also works your stomach. The average person should plank for at least 2 minutes. This means that many people do not make it past the 120-second mark. Did you know that in 2016, a Chinese man named Mao Weidong set the record for the longest plank ever recorded? He clocked in at 8 hours and 1 minute. George Hood, a former Marine, is also on the list of the longest planks. His total time was 5 hours and 15 minutes. Why is he being mentioned? That's a significant time difference. Because at the time, George was 57 years old. I'd like to see you men in your 20s and 30s pull that off. Not to mention that George has a much flatter stomach than you. Reduce your stress. Please wait a moment. I don't mean lay still on the couch and squander the day away when I say relax. I mean, take a deep breath and do whatever you can to lower your stress levels. Stress opens the floodgates to a slew of health problems. For one thing, when we're stressed, we tend to adjust our eating patterns. Did you realize that eating disorders are common among college students? According to a research conducted at the University of Michigan, 40% of all students had modified their eating habits. This could range from eating more to eating less. The diet shift is related to the many strains of college life, which range from academic to financial to social concerns. That being said, it is clear that college is not the only setting that encourages stress. If you're feeling stressed, mental exercises like meditation might help you relax. This may prevent your body from releasing more cortisol, a hormone that increases appetite. Cortisol, when activated, has the ability to convert meals directly into belly fat. So it's safe to say that the less worried you are, the less fat you have below your chest. I attempted to rhyme that. I know it's a little complicated. Drink plenty of water. This may be the most feasible option among those listed in today's video. Water has no calories. While not scientifically backed, most health practitioners recommend 2 liters of water per day. Drinking enough water can fool your body into thinking it's eating. But I don't understand. That's not too horrible. I mean, don't you need to eat? You, of course, do. But we eat even when we don't have to. In many cases, this explains the excess belly fat. If you're feeling hungry, drink a glass of water and wait 10 minutes. If you're still hungry after that, now is the time to eat. A water diet can help you discipline your eating habits and keep you from overeating. Perform Pilates. You've probably heard of yoga. We've discussed planking. You may have tried them both once or twice. But if you haven't tried Pilates yet, you really should. Pilates is a type of exercise that aims to increase your flexibility, physical strength, and endurance. When you practice Pilates, your abdominal muscles serve as the focal point of all motions, giving your core the workout it deserves. Your transverse abdominis is targeted as your core works. This is a muscle in your abdomen that is generally difficult to reach. A good Pilates workout will help you accomplish your flat stomach target faster than imagined because it works both your internal and external obliques. Consume fiber. We've already discussed water. Workouts have been mentioned. I believe it is appropriate to briefly review your diet. A higher consumption of fiber has been related to a lower risk of abdominal fat. When you consume fiber, you reduce the number of calories you can absorb. It accomplishes this by delaying the passage of food through your digestive tract. It has been reported that for every 10 grams of fiber consumed, your stomach contains between 3.7 and 4% less fat. Whole grain cereal, pears, almonds, potatoes, and broccoli are examples of such foods. All of those delicious snacks you gave to your children. Don't forget the Brussels sprouts. You should make your grandmother proud. Reduce your carbohydrate intake. Keeping with the diet theme, if one is serious about losing belly fat, they must limit their carbohydrate intake. Simply put, when it comes to losing weight, processed carbs can be a devil in disguise. We don't understand how much harm an odd slice of pizza or a bowl of white rice is doing to us. While carbs should account for 45 to 65% of our daily calorie intake, it's simple to overdo it, and we all wonder why our tummies remain so bloated. Are you aware that those who consume a lot of whole grains are 17% less likely to have excess abdominal fat? Multigrain bread, brown rice, barley, and quinoa are examples. Another healthy selection from Grandma's menu. Take more walks. Walking may seem strange at first, but believe it or not, it is an excellent way to lose belly fat. Did you know that walking for 30 to 40 minutes a day will help you lose inches off your waistline? A cool brisk stroll can burn close to 600 calories per hour, making it not only another wonderful approach to alleviate stress. Remember that this result is only possible if your diet is clean and healthy, so it's reasonable to say that a bag of chips before an enthusiastic stroll across the park isn't a good idea. Your rectus abdominis will contract when walking. This is also referred to as your six-pack muscle. This aids in the tightening of your bottom area. Remember that you can only accomplish this properly if you are upright and balanced. This is an excellent transition into my next point. Adjust your posture. Sometimes the paunch sitting exactly above your waist is the direct result of poor posture. Consider this. If you slouch all the time, your weak abdominals will eventually make your physique look unkempt. In reality, standing upright will make your stomach appear tighter. When you exercise while standing, your muscles are activated 725% more than when you exercise while sitting. This allows you to burn more calories while also giving your tummy the toned image you've been looking for. Consume peanut butter. This is something I can support. This is something we can all support, unless you are aware that you have one of those allergies. In that scenario, I suppose you must use the other 7 procedures. Many of us enjoy a good peanut butter sandwich, but since you're cutting carbs, that's probably out of the question. Peanut butter has 2 grams of fiber and around 8 grams of protein on its own. Remember how we said that fiber reduces the amount of calories you can absorb? 2 tablespoons of peanut butter contains about 188 calories. If you're looking for a tighter stomach, this is the meal for you. Do you want to get rid of your stomach fat? Have you tried any of these approaches? Comment below, and don't forget to click the bell to subscribe for more great content.